News at 5.
Welcome back. If you're an ASU baseball fan, and we all are, this is really the time when it starts to get serious. Brian Cunningham here now with more on tonight's game with the South as part of the South Central Regional playoffs.
And man, I'm so excited. Can you believe it's the playoffs already? We've already had almost 50 games go by. I can't even believe it. But yeah, here we are. We just finished with the LSC tournament from last weekend. We lost, unfortunately, that very first game, but then Coach Brooks said he wanted to get 5 out of them, and then we won the next 4, and here we are, host of the regional tournament. So we now have the 3-game best-of-3 series.
Explain how that works. Lubbock Christian, St. Edward's, Angelo State University started. Tell us kind of how that works and what happens going forward.
So our region was broken down into pretty much one region with 2 hosts. Us and UT Tyler were going to host. We host 2 people. They host 2 people. And then that's what happened yesterday with St. Ed and Lubbock went head-to-head. St. Edward's put up 9 runs in the first inning with the ace out there, so they put up a 9 spot early on. They beat Lubbock, which means Lubbock had 1 more game to hold on for dear life or their season was over. And the Rams went out there and just absolutely did what we've seen them do all season, ending Lubbock Christian's season.
Key is you lose twice and you're out, but somebody has to get to that point as they continue.
Absolutely, absolutely. So here we are, St. Ed. We now have the best-of-3 against them. Game 1 is tonight at 6 p.m., and then we have 2 more. Saturday will be the next game at 1 p.m. and then there's always the if necessary, if need be. And I know Coach does not want the if necessary, if need be. So they got to just handle business tonight.
And that's a lot to work out as a manager too. You have to figure out your pitching and your lineups.
Yep. And with right now, obviously the game last week on Thursday, they're going to kind of forget about it because of the injury, and that mean the bullpen had to come in, and it was a little bit of a meltdown. So that's what Coach is going to really focus on. Probably, Dax is probably going to go out there most likely. He's going to want 6 innings from Dax, and they're going to hope that the rotation behind them can kind of seal the deal.
ASU, the top seed in this region. Tell us how they got to that point.
Top seed, well, they finished the last 5 to 6 weeks of the season as the #1 team in the nation, and they were a prolificent baseball team on offense. Batting average first, on base percentage first, and then Coach loves this one, but hit by pitch second in the nation. So these guys are getting on base no matter how. So Weston Velocic, we're sorry to bring you up yet again. I know you have 35 bruises this year, and that's how they did it. And really a big part of this team is, we had the 4-year guys who have been here going to their hopefully 4th College World Series, but then it's guys like Lane Hutchinson, Ethan Floodstrom, and Chase Penley, all named to Team Region. These guys, obviously, Lane and Ethan did what they did last night with 2 home runs, but these guys came in, they transferred here, and they kept up the ASU winning, and they're going to push them forward even further.
Okay, let's talk quickly about honors. Big ones for not only Coach Brooks, but many of the team players.
Yep, first team all region. We have Austin Beck and Jacob Guerrera. Guerrera now a 3-time winner of this, also 3-time first team all-conference. And then, of course, Dax back-to-back years doing it again. And then the new guys. Chase Penley came in DH, Lane Hutchinson at 3rd, and Ethan Floodstrom at right field, and they all got their honors. Ethan Floodstrom with the honorable mention, Lane with 2nd team all region. So okay, 7 honors for the guys ahead of tonight.
That's so exciting. ASU Rams playing St. Edward's tonight from Austin. Games at 6 o'clock at Foster Field, and then 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
I'm there right after this, and then, 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. Let's take a look outside if you're